From Kashmir to Kanyakumari, India is a spellbinding mosaic of culture, tradition, languages, and an extraordinary mingling civilization. Keeping its age-old culture maintained, today the country is taking huge strides in the path of development. Hello, I'm your host Uzma Jafri, and today in our episode of My India, we bring you some of the stories that will give a glimpse of our country's diversity. It's been said that almost all solutions to human problems lie with nature. Only the ones willing to find them get them. Pretty flowers and green leaves not only can make our eyes happy, but also have the ability to calm the senses. So let's begin the show by having a look at the beautiful and vibrant flower exhibition which was recently organized at a university in Amritsar city of Punjab.
A thing of beauty is a joy forever. Nature is abundant with many such things that holds the key to human aesthetics, intellectual, cognitive, and even spiritual satisfaction. Flowers are one among them, and to celebrate the beauty and essence of these pretty little gifts of nature, a flower exhibition was recently organized at the Guru Nanak Dev University in Amritsar city.
Guru Nanak Dev University has been conducting 2 flower shows a year. One in the month of November when we have the chrysanthemum show, and then we have this show in spring where we have the roses and the petunias and others coming up. These are the seasonal flowers. So this is for the benefit of all the students, make them aware about the environment and the beauty of growing flowers. So this is a regular feature, and we, along with this, we have exhibition of various companies who give for the implements for floriculture and agriculture. So they are also on sale. So is the vermicompost and the biofertilizers. They are also taught to the students, and they make them aware and sensitive them regarding the flow of how to grow flowers and how to make the environment a little cleaner and better.
Named as the Spring Festival, this was the 8th edition of the 3-day festival. Visitors and nature lovers were delighted to see the wide variety of flowers presented at the exhibition. Apart from the display of flowers, beautiful flower rangolis were also presented, which were a treat to the eye.
आज फ्लावर शो लगा हुआ है GNDU में और बहुत सारी एंट्रीज आई हैं पूरे अमृतसर से. अंदर रंगोली मेकिंग कंपटीशन भी चल रहा है. तो आप देख सकते हैं कि मतलब कितने सुंदर फ्लावर्स लगे हुए हैं. वैरायटी पेटूनिया की, डेलिया की, इतने सारे कलर्स लगाए हुए हैं लोगों ने. और मेरे को सबसे ज़्यादा खुशी हुई कि लोग कितना मतलब एंथुजियास्टिकली पार्टिसिपेट कर रहे हैं. इतनी दूर दूर से ट्रक्स में लोग लेके आ रहे थे पॉट्स.
The show was put up by the Landscape Department and the Botanical and Environmental Department of the university. The aim of the exhibition was to promote plantation of plants and help in environment conservation.
Religious diversity acts as a crucial element which defines the cultures and traditions of India and binds the country all together. India has always been the land of mystics and Sufi saints, and teachings of these saints still continue to enrich the lives of people in all corners of the country. Today we will take you to the Dargah of Saint Jalaluddin Tablihi Rehmatullah in Assam that has also been serving as a center for religious harmony for years.
Situated in the Gaurigaon area of Kamrup district, the shrine of Sufi Saint Jalaluddin Tablihi Rehmatullah has served as a cynosure of communal harmony for generations. Regarded as one of the greatest Sufi saints, Jalaluddin Tablihi throughout his life spread the message of Sufism and peace. People of all religious communities, be it Hindus, Muslims, Christians or Sikhs, visit the Dargah to seek the blessings of the saint.
जब आए यहाँ के जो सब लोग हिंदू, मुसलमान, सिख, ईसाई सब ने अपनाया है और सब ने उसको सम्मान दिया है, इज़्ज़त किया है. और वो बुज़ुर्ग बहुत ही हस्ती है और लोग जो इंतकाल होने के बाद उसको पता ही नहीं चला. अल्लाह के वली का पावर तो वही है.
As the legend goes, Jalaluddin Tablihi Rahmatullah was born in the Baghdad's Tarbej area in 1146. After coming to Assam, he stayed at the Lankeshwar area and met Ghousuddin Aulia, a popular Sufi saint of Brahmaputra Valley. It's been said that the saint fulfills the wishes of all and nobody returns empty-handed from here.
बहुत लोग आता है, बहुत लोग आना जाना होता है, उर्स भी होता है। उर्स का समय, जब उर्स का समय आ गया, हमारा कमेटी होता है, कमेटी ने सारा लोगों को इनवाइट किया और बहुत ज़्यादा भक्तप्राण लोग बांग्लादेश से आता है और सारा असम का लोग उर्स में एक साथ बैठा था, एक साथ उर्स में आना था। वहाँ तो बहुत मर्तबा है जो जिस मन्नत से आया है, जिस मन्नत से आके यहाँ दुआ करेगा तब मानो आदमी का मन्नत पूर्ण होगा।
A pond is located in the premises of the Dargah, and locals say that the water of this pond never runs dry.
Now a roundup of some of the major stories that made news recently.
An Indian cake artist in India's western Pune city has entered the World Book of Records London for making a gigantic Milan Cathedral shaped vegan cake.
This is actually the edible replica of Milan Cathedral, which is a very famous monument in Italy. Like I said, the architecture style is something that I am very fascinated with. But before this, also I've tried many more structures inspired from Indian and European architecture. So this is around 6.5 feet long, 4.5 feet tall, and it weighs more than 100 kgs.
Prachi Dhabaldev was awarded for creating the most number of vegan eggless royal icing structures inspired by Indian and European architectures. The cake weighing 100 kilograms is 6.5 feet long and 4.5 feet tall was created by Dev in a month. Situated in Italy, the Milan Cathedral is dedicated to the Nativity of Mary, a feast day that celebrates the birth of the mother of Jesus, Mary. Authorities in Jammu and Kashmir conducted an Asian water bird and other endemic bird census in Chatham wetland. The officials also went to other places for the bird census including Fashukari wetland, Manibagh wetland, Krenchu wetland and Pampore area of Pulwama district in Jammu and Kashmir.
इन बोर्ड्स को भी हर साल होनी चाहिए सेंसस ज़रूरी है क्योंकि हम भी अपने आप को भी सेंसस करते हैं, इनको भी सेंसस करते हैं। इस तरीके से हमको ये भी पता चलता है कि किस साल में कितने बर्ड्स आ गए, कौन सा स्पीसीज हैं।
Students of local college teamed up with the Department of Wildlife Protection, Wildlife Conservation Fund, among other government officials. The census aim at understanding the pattern of the migration of birds, their types, species, their habits, etc. Bollywood actors John Abraham, Jacqueline Fernandez and Rakul Preet promoted their upcoming science fiction film Attack at Indian Institute of Technology, Mumbai.
Attack is a film about a super soldier, and we wanted to present something very, very different to the audience, which is why we wanted to make something that's stylish, that's cool, and we wanted boys as well as girls to enjoy this.
Attack is a two-parter action thriller based on the premise of an Indian army soldier played by Abraham, battling his personal inner demons, becoming a cybertronic humanoid super soldier and fighting the enemies of the nation. The film stars Fernandez as Abraham love interest and Preet as a scientist responsible for turning the protagonist into a super soldier. Directed by Lakshraj Anand, the film is slated to hit the theatres on April 1. Bollywood film, television and web shows personalities showed off their trophies at the red carpet of the iconic Gold Awards in India's entertainment capital, Mumbai. Vani Kapoor, who won an award for Power Pack Performance of the Year for playing the role of a trans woman in her movie Chandigarh Kare Aashki, talked about her upcoming period drama film Shamsher.
पीरियड ड्रामा है, मैं ज़्यादा बोल नहीं सकती हूँ क्योंकि अभी जुलाई में आएगी, टाइम है। जॉनर उसमें सब कुछ है, उसमें हर तरह का जॉनर है, उसमें ड्रामा है, थ्रिलर है, एक्शन है, रोमांस है, सब कुछ है।
This was the third edition of the iconic Gold Awards.
Jammu and Kashmir has been the centre of Sufism in India. The teachings of these Sufi saints have acted as a guidance force for many citizens. Recently, the Urs of Sufi saint Sayyid Ghous Sahib was organized in Rajouri district of the Union Territory, which brought together people of all faiths under one roof.
Cutting across the religious lines, hundreds of thousands of pilgrims thronged the Dargah of Sayyid Ghous Park in Rajouri town of Jammu and Kashmir. The Dargah witnessed a large number of pilgrims coming together in the spirit of humanity and commemorated the Urs or death anniversary of the Sufi saint. During Urs, devotees including women and children offer prayers and holy chadars at the shrine.
ये सरकार गौस पाक रहमतुल्लाह ताला अलैह का उर्स शरीफ बड़ी शान और शौकत के साथ मनाते हैं और इस उर्स पाक की ख़ास बात यह है कि यहाँ पर ज़िला पुंछ और राजौरी और मुख्तलिफ अज़ला से लोग यहाँ पर इस उर्स में बिला लिहाज मज़हब व मिलत यहाँ शरीक होते हैं। यानी मैंने यहाँ पर देखा है कि हमारे बरादरान वतन हिंदू भाई भी, सिख भी, हर मज़हब के लोग यहाँ पर आते हैं क्योंकि ये पीराने तरीक़त का दरबार है। यहाँ से हर आने वाले की मुराद अल्लाह पाक के फजल और करम से पूरी होती है।
Dargah holds great significance as it welcomes people of all faiths to seek oneness with God and play a distinctive role in narrowing the boundaries of religions and boosting secularism in the country. A community kitchen or langar was organized during the Urs where people of all religions sat down together and ate the holy sacrament. Priests and scholars gave religious sermons and recited verses from the Holy Quran.
यहाँ दुआएं की हैं लोगों ने, सब ने अमन और भाईचारा कायम रखने का और अतफाक एहतियात का और हर बीमारी की शफा पाने का।
यह हमारे यहाँ पीर साहब के आसपास में 30-40% हिंदू बरादरी है, वो भी इसमें शामिल होते हैं। तो हमें इस बात की बड़ी खुशी है कि राजौरी पुंछ का जो हमारा ये हिंदू मुस्लिम भाईचारा है, इसको मेरा रब कायम और दायम रखे।
The message of peace and brotherhood comes out loud from these dargahs, and these sites have been acting as symbols of communal harmony for ages.
And now we will take you to Jammu and Kashmir, which is blessed with ample natural water resources like the Dal and Nigeen Lake and has enormous scope of professional water sports in the region. To give boost to it, a training camp was recently organized in Srinagar, where youngsters were trained under a professional guidance. Have a look.
The quiet waters of Srinagar's Dal Lake recently cheered up for hundreds of youngsters as it hosted a special water sports training camp.
हमारा focus रहेगा specific training.
Held under the supervision of renowned water sports coach Bilkis Mir, the camp saw the active participation of both girls and boys. The high-spirited players were thankful to their coach for helping them master the skills. They say it will boost their confidence level and prepare them for the national championships.
जो ट्रेनिंग चल रही है वो 2-3 घंटे चल रही होती है, क्योंकि हमारा मकसद जो है, हमारा मकसद है नेशनल में पहुंचना, उसमें मेडल्स निकालना, क्योंकि जब हम मेडल्स निकालें तो हमारी स्टेट का नाम जो वो रोशन हो जाता है। और बिल्किस मैम जो वो पूरी मेहनत कर रही है हमें ट्रेन करने के लिए, हमें जो कमियां है वो दूर करने के लिए, ताकि जो स्पोर्ट्स पर्सन उसमें वो कॉन्फिडेंट आ जाता है, फिर प्रैक्टिस की वजह से होप होता है कि नहीं मैं मेडल निकालूंगा क्योंकि मैंने पूरी प्रैक्टिस की है। जो हम प्रैक्टिस कर रही है इज़ जस्ट बिकॉज ऑफ इक्विपमेंट्स, जो इक्विपमेंट्स यहाँ पे हैं हमारी मैम की वजह से, बिल्किस मैम की वजह से है, और उसकी वजह से हमें बहुत हेल्प मिलती है।
यहाँ पर कैंप बहुत अच्छा चल रहा है। यहाँ पर जो बिल्किस मैम है वो बहुत ही सीरियस सी प्रैक्टिस करवाती है हमें, क्योंकि जो हमारा प्रैक्टिस चल रही है बहुत सी टाइम दे रही है हमारे ऊपर।
Besides practicing on the lake waters, participants were also seen learning the kayaking and canoeing techniques using the recently installed ergometers at the Nehru Park Water Sports Centre. Many even took to running and practicing several exercises to boost their stamina and enhance their performance. Lately, the sports centre has not only been equipped with high-tech equipments but has also been fully upgraded to match international standards. The coach Bilkis Mir said, with such advancement, the day is not far off when water sports players from Kashmir will excel at both national and international level.
2-3 सालों से एक रेवोल्यूशन आया वाटर स्पोर्ट्स में, चाहे वो इक्विपमेंट हो, चाहे वो इंटरनेशनल लेवल फैसिलिटीज़ हो, चाहे वो साइंटिफिक इनपुट्स हो। लाइक आपने देखा होगा ये सेंटर पूरा प्रोफेशनल सेंटर बनने जा रहा है, जिसमें साइंटिफिक इनपुट्स भी आएंगे, लाइक फिजियो, then dietitian, then we have a conditioning expert, and then we have a world class equipment here. और दूसरी बात ये है कि we people are blessed with the natural water resources, बहुत flat water and wild water. बच्चों में बहुत जोश है। आप देख लीजिए कि गेम बहुत पॉपुलर हो रही है। आपने देखा होगा कि यंगस्टर्स, हमारे स्टेट में सिर्फ फुटबॉल और क्रिकेट को देखा जाता था, बट आज देख लीजिए कि वाटर स्पोर्ट्स में कितने बच्चे आ रहे हैं और कितना वो इंटरेस्ट ले रहे हैं। मुझे लगता है कि इंशाल्लाह वो दिन दूर नहीं होगा कि हम ना कि नेशनल बल्कि इंटरनेशनल लेवल पे एक्सेल करें।
In the last few years, Kashmir Valley has seen a tremendous growth in water sports activities. Many youngsters have shown keen interest in it and have made the whole country proud. The J&K administration is also taking all possible steps to explore the potential of the region for water sports by strengthening the infrastructure and holding training camps.
In the last section, we bring you a few short stories about the recent developments and happenings from around the world in our section of World in Focus.
Saudi fans of the smash hit Korean drama series Squid Game enjoy a number of activities inspired by the show in Riyadh. Saudi and foreigners residing in the kingdom had the chance to experience different games such as the tug of war, the marble challenge and the walking on glass challenge, as well as running towards the renowned giant doll.
Yeah, it's super cool. I didn't expect it to be so realistic. It's a really physical experience and I feel like in the movie. It's amazing.
نقلنا هذه التجربة في الرياض وفي موسم الرياض تحديدا على مساحة 5000 متر مربع وباستيعاب 50 إلى 70 شخص في الراوند الواحد. عندنا تقريبا 8 راوندات في اليوم الواحد والحمد لله رب العالمين لقينا رواج كبير جدا وحضور كبير أيضا من سعوديين ومقيمين. انبهار كبير جدا من الحضور لهذه التجربة.
The experience is brought to the capital as part of the Riyadh season, an entertainment festival, and 8 rounds are held daily with around 50 to 70 participants taking part in each round. Thailand held a fruit and vegetable banquet for 57 elephants at a botanical park to celebrate Elephant Day. The feast is commonly observed in various parts of the country, but due to the pandemic and economic woes that have come with it, elaborate celebrations were few this year.
We have it every year on this day. Every year we have festival for food for them, like a buffet. The food weighs about 2 tons. The table, they put it on about 8 meters. And this is a special occasion for them. And we give them many kind of fruit that they like.
At the Nongnush Tropical Garden in Chonburi province, however, elephants were treated to 2 tons of fruits and vegetables artistically laid out on an 8-meter wide table. The domesticated elephants have had few visitors due to the pandemic, and Kampan says they are happy to see people when they do come to visit. The Chicago River was dyed green as part of an annual tradition marking St. Patrick's Day holiday. The dyeing of the river, a process that begins early in the morning and takes several hours, kicks off a day of festivities including the city's St. Patrick's Day parade.
Oh, we're excited. She's really excited.
This is our first time.
Yeah.
Crews poured 50 pounds of dye into the Chicago River using 2 large boats to spread the dye. Event organizers say the green hue lasts in the river for several days. The Midwest city has been dyeing its river green since 1962 according to nextcity.org. Carefully putting together a small windmill to be installed on rooftop of his home, next to solar panels, Iraqi clean energy innovator Zaid Mohammed says he is now energy self-sufficient and can weather the frequent power cuts in Basra province. In Iraq, a dilapidated national grid often provides only a few hours of power each day, leaving many Iraqis to swelter through temperatures that regularly surpass 50 degrees Celsius.
يعني المنظومة الشمسية من بديت بشيء بسيط، يعني جبت خلية صغيرة خلينا نقول اللي هي بحدود ال 100 واط أو ال 200 واط ونصبتها على السطح، بعدين جبت عاكس وبطاريات وبديت استخدم بحدود الأمبيرين أو 3 أمبيرات. بعدين الموضوع شفت تطور وبدأ أنا والوالد إحنا للأسواق اشترينا بعض المنظومات ونصبنا بحدود العاكس اللي هو 3 كيلوواط.
Iraq, one of the world's largest oil producers, relies on crude oil exports for around 95% of state revenue. It is trying to improve the capture of gas released during oil production to become more energy self-sufficient, but with limited success. According to an engineer at Iraqi's Ministry of Electricity, Sara Al-Tamimi, the Basra Governorate are planning to open 3 stations with a total capacity of 1000 megawatts to complement private sector solar energy products. Gas imports from Iran fuel the national grid and periodically halt when energy consumption increases. Iraq has signed several deals for solar power plants, including with companies from United Arab Emirates, Norway, France and China.
That's all we have for you this week. Your comments and suggestions are important to us. Do give us your feedback at myindia@anin.com. I'm your host Uzma Jafri and it's goodbye from the entire production team.